Welcome to Naughty and Naughtier. I am your hostess, Toni Flame. Yes, that is me, Toni Flame, coming direct to you from Transylvania with the greatest internet variety show. Joining me for my premiere episode, my co-hostess, who I have resurrected from a long slumber. Allow me to bring to the stage my mother, Mother Flame. Mother Flame, join us. Yeah, sit down, Ma. Sit down. So, how you been, Ma?
Move out of the way.
This is my show.
Like hell it
You're
is.
only the co-host.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing. I enjoy the reflection.
You have a reflection?
Yes.
Who knew? So, I would expect a little more gratitude. I pulled that steak out of your heart. That Alexis put in you. Come on. Give me a freaking break here. You know, you could be a little nicer to Vlad, too. He put you up in his pad.
He had to. He was my first husband.
He was not.
Yes, he was.
You're lying. You're lying. So, anyway, welcome everyone to the premiere episode of Naughty and Naughtier with me, Toni Flame, and my mother, Mother Flame. We're so happy to see all of you. And what's going on? What's all this static?
What's happening?
What's happening here? Something's the matter.
This is all your fault.
Are you doing something? What's going on?
Now you would think that you
Alexis.
would have learned. Yes, Alexis. How are we tonight, ladies?
What are you doing on my show? Naughty and Naughtier.
Oh, you have a show?
Yes, I have a show.
Guess what I have?
What?
A television station.
Oh.
Yeah. You're costing me a lot of money, Toni. First, you tried the tell-all book. I bought out the publisher. Then I'm flipping through channels, and what should I see? I believe I melted 4 cell towers with my last series of phone calls. But now here we are. It's so nice to see you, bitch.
Yeah, you too.
Well, I know it's nice to see me. It seems I just keep getting younger.
Yeah, how do you do that?
And Toni, you
Yeah.
don't.
And see, that's why she's my favorite daughter.
Why does she get to be the favorite? She's the one
Oh, I don't know, because our mother's a greedy bitch.
Well,
And while I spent centuries as a courtesan, fucking and marrying for money, power, and real estate, you were just a cheap bar slut picking up my empties after I took them for everything they owned.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
It is a bad thing if you don't come out of it with any money.
have I taught you nothing?
You see, dear, we're whores. You're a slut. The difference being sluts give it away.
Well, now, be a little nicer to your sister.
I always believed charity began at home.
And what was this about Vlad being your first husband?
Did I stutter?
Don't look at me.
Well, at least your sister didn't fuck him on your honeymoon.
Leave your Aunt Renata out of this.
No, that was me.
You weren't whatever yet. I enjoyed peaceful centuries as an only child. And then this one and then the bitch next to you goes and bites a wino one evening, and there you are.
You told me my father was royalty.
Yeah,
He was a
a
real
royal
pain in the
flush
ass.
every time he yapped. Yes, a royal pain in the ass. That sounds legit. Oh, wouldn't it be funny if Vlad was her father?
impossible.
He's still paying the alimony.
How is he paying you alimony? Where is he getting the money from? I guess I'll have to get a new set of lawyers.
Oh, thanks a lot, Ma.
Were you going into my purse again?
Maybe.
Dead for centuries, and this is how she repays me, by putting her on a cock and bull show.
Yeah. Speaking of which, so what's going to happen to my show now, Alexis?
What show?
Naughty and Naughtier.
What show? Oh, you
This
know what?
show.
I'm so glad you asked me that question.
We're gonna get the shaft, aren't we?
Probably.
Toni, darling!
That's that bleach blonde bimbo, Toni Homeperm.
You are not going to believe what just went on. But as a result, Naughty or Nice now has a TV station. Yeah, there should be a courier arriving in a few minutes with a packet of access codes and whatnot. Yeah, in about, I don't know, say 10 minutes. Why don't you just kick in and begin the Horror Diva theme music? Thank you. I'll tell you about it tomorrow when I call you to remind you that you're a bitch. Bye-bye. That's what's happened to your show. Your show.
Next time you sign contracts, wake me up a little sooner.
Yeah, dummy.
I wouldn't care what the hell she signs. Money talks, bullshit walks.
Mm-hmm. You know, Ma, you could be a little nicer to me. I even made her favorite dish, for crying out loud.
I'm going to enjoy this.
I would make sure it was fresh if I were you. In your area of the in your area of the Carpathian Alps, there's more zombies than humans or vampires.
No, I got his pedigree. He was it was
A Great Dane?
No, Mr. Abbe Normal. Yeah, Abbe Normal. That was his name. It said it on the job.
I remember talking about a similar situation with Baron Frankenstein. Kidding. That didn't turn
Were
out.
you going to feed your mother an abnormal brain?
Well, she's got no chance of getting my money. Maybe she was going for what's left of yours. Which, once my lawyers get back into town, will probably come to an abrupt halt, Mother. But that's okay. You know I'll take care of you. And wait till I take care of Blood.
Yeah, she took care of you with a stake in the heart. What was that fight about anyway?
Who fought? Who fought?
You two.
It wasn't exactly a fight. If you remember the dress she was wearing when you pulled the stake out of her heart, she didn't ask me if she could wear it. She basically just sashayed past me in it. I wasn't in the mood.
Oh.
You know, I'm really not one to share. Don't you, Toni?
Typical,
Know that I'm not one to share.
Typical Alexis. Well, I'm wearing a beautiful beaded jacket tonight. What do you think about that?
Actually, if I were to think about it, that looks an awful lot like a particular designer jacket and set of jewels that I gave to Toni Homeperm.
Oh.
Toni, what did you do with Toni?
Excuse me, ladies. Toni, have you seen the other Toni lately? Yeah, that one.
I might have dropped by.
You may want to take inventory in your closets. Yeah, I think you might. Either that or you could just tune into Horror Diva. Wouldn't that be amusing? Actually, yeah, do that. Do that, huh? Who knows? Maybe there'll be a call-in. We haven't done a call-in on Horror Diva yet. This could be cute. Bye.
First rule of stealing: don't get caught.
I just borrowed it. I
Well,
meant to give it back.
I'm sure that
Eventually.
you meant to give it back if you got caught.
Well, maybe.
You remind me of Martha Ray for some reason.
Martha Ray?
Martha Ray.
In what way?
Because you got a big mouth.
And that you're wearing a lot of lipstick here.
Well, I've got very full lips.
But I do look young this evening.
Did we have a gentleman caller, perhaps?
Perhaps.
Mm.
And if I did, what's the matter, dear? Is Vlad the only man you can find in all the Carpathian Alps?
Well, pickings are a little slim.
Maybe for you.
Really? I don't recall Vlad being that particularly slim.
I said the pickings were slim.
Leave the picking family out of this.
I didn't know there were any of them left. I thought we ate them.
Mm. Oh, they were delicious.
They'll get the pitchforks out, you dummy.
That's okay. I'm in New York. You bitches are in Transylvania. You opted to stay in the old country.
Yeah, well, Vlad can't get his visa renewed.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. I heard somebody had a phone call with somebody in the passport department. Any idea who that could have been? Alexis.
Now, who would do an awful thing like that?
See? You see what she does to me, Ma? And you always take her side.
Who do you think taught me how to make the phone calls? But, sweetie.
You know, when I was a kid, when I was a baby, she dropped me on my head.
And you bounced very high, nor were you ever a kid.
Why did you leave me alone with her, Ma?
Because she was older. I thought I had more important things to do.
Like what?
Yes, like what? No, just no. She's a diva, the horror diva. Vampires and fashion are always her passion. She's a diva. She'll throw some shade. The horror diva. Oh, so now everybody, welcome to yet another episode of Horror Diva. We are joined by my sister, and the attractive lady sitting next to her is our dear mother. Mother only being half a word, of course.
Of course.
Now you all get to see what I've been saying for centuries, how my family truly puts the dis in dysfunctional.
Mm. That's for sure.
I mean, does anyone else have a younger sister who's always trying to one-up them and always fails miserably at it? If so, do write and let us know. We'd love to compare stories.
What's the address they should send these letters to, darling daughter?
Send it to Helen Waite.
It'll be posted at the end of the show.
Mm.
Tony's very good with such editing. Which reminds me, Toni, so here you were thinking you had a show with what crew, what staff?
Mm.
I recognize the studio. It looks like the ramshackle mausoleum I left my last husband with. Well, actually, not my last husband, my first husband, my shittiest husband.
We're in Vlad's castle, if you must know.
You're in the mausoleum on the grounds of the castle.
Don't you tell her where we really are.
If you're in, honey, you're not in the castle. castle. I would know if you were. Remember, I took the castle. Don't you think there's cameras? And besides, I know that window view. You're in the crypt. Castle my undead ass.
Vlad says it has a nice view.
Vlad is as blind as the bat he attempts to morph into.
Well, that may be true.
Toni, did it ever once in your afterlife cross what's left of your mind to ask for something if you wanted it?
I did ask you to make me co-host, and you said no.
Well, that doesn't mean you're going to get everything you asked for. But didn't I let you come on the show regardless?
Well, yeah.
But that wasn't enough, was it? You couldn't be satisfied and then wait to see if because you comported yourself like a lady for once, that better things would come. No.
The fans were demanding it.
The fans demanded that I get rid of you.
You see the way she talks to me, Ma, and you let her get
Would you like to see the letters, dear? I saved every one of them. And there were a lot. I don't think Santa Claus gets as many letters, truth be told.
Ma, you gonna let her talk to me that way?
Yes.
Why?
As if that old battle axe could stop me anyway.
I really couldn't.
We all know I'm the strongest. I can venture out by day. You ladies are still coffin warmers.
Well,
it's a nice coffin.
Oh, like the one I sent you, dear sister.
Oh, yeah. Go on. Tell her about the coffin you sent me. Listen, get a load of this. Get a load.
Your younger daughter is so unappreciative. I sent her a beautiful state-of-the-art coffin. Music piped into it, ventilation system, custom light show.
put in a stripper pole and it'll be home. Why are you being so ungrateful to your sister?
She left out one little detail. Didn't you, sis?
What was that?
Oh, the UV lights, perhaps.
Oh, that's what kind
That
of
turned on and the latch automatically locked. Did you forget that little detail, sis?
What you mean by remote control?
Yeah.
Oh, that is unfortunate. UV lights, you say?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's my Alexis.
I would hate to think that instead of a coffin, I accidentally sent you a tanning bed.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, Vlad helped me pick it out.
Oh. Vlad can't even pick out a tie. For crying out loud.
Well, I'm not so surprised that our mother was married to him before me. He did have taste at one time. It seemed that ended when I left him.
Thanks a lot.
Well, sorry, Charlie. Sarkis doesn't want tuna with good taste. Sarkis wants tuna that tastes good.
You see what she does to me, Ma?
Well, our Kathy.
It's one of these awful things I'm supposed to be doing to you.
Yeah.
But you are, Toni. You are still in that drafty crypt.
It is a bit drafty.
You're never gonna sell it, and you're never gonna leave it either.
You know, I can put that steak right back in you, Ma.
You could, but you'd miss me too much.
I'm starting to realize now why you put that steak in her, Alexis.
I put the steak in her because she was going out partying in my dress.
Oh, the truth comes out now.
Yes, but who was sleeping in my dress?
That's beside. Didn't we get the wrinkles out, dear?
Yes, only when you walked in sunlight.
I can.
You know, she blackballed me and I couldn't get any gigs.
I thought you always
No,
liked
no, dear. No, see, that is actually not true. Oh, not to say that I didn't think about it. It just wasn't necessary. You didn't get any gigs because you didn't have any talent.
Just, you see how she talks to me? Ma, you know I have talent.
Yeah,
Tell her.
talents for
Tell her I
irritating
have
the shit
talent.
out of people. Talents for picking up things that don't belong to you. Talents for picking up men that don't belong to you. Did I leave anything out?
I mean, all things considered, Vlad slept with all of us. So she had to have had some talent.
See, she's right.
Yeah, the same talent she's had for centuries, picking up my empties.
And you picking up mine.
Ooh.
I wasn't aware. Had I known he was tainted, I would have kept it moving.
Tainted love.
Love is a four-letter word, little sister.
Oh, I know.
What am I going to do with the two of you?
Did we fight like this when we were kids? I don't
Yes.
remember.
Like cats.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
You were there?
Yeah. I remember I would just stuff her in her box and sit down and watch TV. There was no fight. It was two hits. She hit the lining, the lid hit the box.
I mean, she makes valid point.
Thanks, Nightcat, for resurrecting her.
That was your own fault.
I know now.
I was enjoying my dirt nap, thank you.
I know, she just interrupts everything. Really, she does. See, I wasn't going to pull the steak out of her until her birthday.
Which you've missed time and time again.
Some people are just so touchy. Well, I did. Well, you know, I actually did prepare a gift for your birthday, Mother.
What?
Yep, definitely our mother. Well, I'm assuming that we still share the same passion for fine yet gaudy jewels.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course not, dear. Just a little token, a trifle. Just something pretty.
Ooh, shiny.
Something that shines.
Now you know why she's my favorite.
With large, high-quality stones. What's the matter, Tony?
Nothing.
Got your tongue?
Just fine. Just fine.
You know something, Tony?
Yes, Ma.
Jealousy is a very ugly thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so are you in anything backless.
How could you, Ma?
Well, if she had shaved her back, it would be a different story. And Tony, I didn't say I didn't get anything for you.
Oh,
You
there's
just
something for me.
don't get excited. Because every time I try to be nice and do something nice for you, before I could achieve it, you went and done something shitty again.
She's so touching.
I know. Ain't it a shame?
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, Tony, you're just so busy plotting, scheming, conniving. Doesn't make people want to do anything nice for you at all.
And yet here you are doing something nice for her.
See?
What am I doing that's so nice?
Well, you said you had something for me.
I said I had something for you. I didn't say you were getting it. Because lo and behold, why did I just acquire a television station? 'Cause here I was channel surfing, and what should I find? And what a catchy title. Naughty or Naughtier.
Yes. Just rolls trippingly off the tongue, doesn't it?
Yeah. So does rancid milk.
That reminds me, Ma, we need merch.
Like t-shirts.
Yes.
And makeup palettes.
Yes.
And mugs.
Yes.
And a logo.
Yes. We need all that stuff.
You want to know what all that has to do? What do all those things have in common?
I don't know what.
They cost money, you dweeb!
Oh. I forgot that part.
Yeah, so, I have an idea, Tony.
Yes.
Why don't you ask Vlad to finance it?
Oh, well, you know, a lot of his stocks are tied up right now.
Why, I'm looking at the estate cameras. There's nobody in the stocks.
Stock market.
Honey,
I finally dragged him into the 19th century.
the stocks he had were worthless before he bought them. You didn't do any research. You had him buying stocks in companies that have been shut down for well over 50 years.
It's one thing I always forgot about you, Tony.
She's
What
a
is
blonde.
How much of a dummy you are.
I told Vlad he's investing in something. It's going to be big. It's going to be huge.
What was it? Your ass?
No. You know I'm petite.
Oh, that's what they're calling it these days.
Yes. It's the newest, latest, hottest thing. It's called Betamax. You hook it up to your TV at home, and you can record the shows on this little tape.
I think Sony did that about give or take 50 years ago, shortly before acquiring Panasonic and several other Asian companies.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was even called the Sony Betamax.
Yeah, that's it. The Sony Betamax. It's going to be huge. I told Vlad to put everything into Sony Betamax.
My tits are huge. Your head is empty.
Mine aren't too bad. They're not too bad, right, Ma?
Yes, your tits are fine.
Well, see, I knew they'd always come in handy for something for you, dear.
Alexis, I'm just realizing.
Yes.
Your tits are huge. I remember when you were in A cup. What happened?
Well, the ones that I didn't drink, I married. You know, plastic surgeons.
Told ya.
I mean, a gal just gets tired of looking at the same thing in the mirror. Those of us who, through very good makeup, can now cast a reflection.
She's always got to show off.
Do you know how many layers of this crap I have to put on before I can see? I may be able to walk by day, but
Yes.
I have to put a lot of this stuff on
Yes,
before
you're
I
right.
actually cast
It
a
does
reflection.
look like a lot of layers now that I look at it clearly.
When her makeup comes off, her head is about the size of a garbanzo bean. I've seen it.
You would know, Ma.
You're
After all, you pushed her out, didn't you?
like pushing a piano through a transom.
Mm.
Oh, it's so good spending time with them.
Yes, it's just like a real family reunion. Somebody should barbecue.
I can send you another coffin.
Send me one, please.
Yes, please. I'll even help you pick it out.
Oh, honey, that's not necessary. I have good taste, but thank you for offering.
I want you to get her one just like the one you sent me.
Yeah, but you know what? Even if I did that, she would have the foresight to read the manuals and whatnot that accompany it. And then she would know which features she does and does not want to use. A little thing that you neglected to do.
Details schmetails.
Because I bought the damn thing for the disco lights. I didn't think you'd discover the UV, let alone think it was a reading light.
Oh, I'm sure you didn't.
Well, not at first.
Yeah, you see? Jeez, Ma, how much of that booze?
It was on sale. You're lucky you got anything.
Yeah, thanks so much, sis.
You're welcome. Oh, did I ever thank you for sleeping with 3 of my husbands during my honeymoon?
I thought you only said you slept with 2 of her ex-husbands.
She's a liar.
I swear, it was only 4. Oh, I mean 3.
That's okay. She slept with all of yours. At least I had the foresight to go out of the country to get married a couple of times.
No, you had to get your money somehow. I wasn't giving you a dime.
And now
Yeah,
I have, and now
you always
I have
were
a
cheap,
1-year-old woman. And all you have is your younger daughter. Oh, I'm sure she's sleeping in a casket full of cash. Don't get it twisted. But let's see how long it remains full, considering which daughter you're staying with. Mama may have, Papa may have, but bless the child that has what? Their own.
Yeah, well, if you were nice, Alexis, maybe you would give Ma a gig.
I could.
You realize, of course, Alexis, that I don't get out of my coffin for less than 500 drachma.
And do you think that would be a problem, old woman?
No.
I'm just glad she didn't keep up with inflation. Anyway, but yes, I could do that, Tony. I could have done it for you too. But again, you're always trying to plot and scheme and
Why
take
aren't you
over.
nice at a hug?
She dropped me on my head when I was a baby, for crying out loud.
And whose fault is that?
She tried to sell me to the gypsies. Do you remember that?
I had an emergency. I needed a babysitter. I couldn't get a hold of Ma.
Yeah, where were you anyway all those times?
I was in Egypt.
Egypt? What the hell were you doing in Egypt?
Having fun with King Tut.
Really? You and King Tut?
Yep.
Oh.
And probably ransacking Cleopatra's jewelry.
I caught hell for her when I went down there, you bitch.
Well, so who was it that set fire to Alexandria?
Well, Mother Flame, Catt got your tongue?
Bat got yours earlier, girl. Oh, poor Cleo was never the same again.
So I guess the apple doesn't fall that far from the tree.
It never did.
We still don't even know who our real fathers are, thanks a lot.
I couldn't care less.
See, that'd be more like your sister. She doesn't care. Why do you?
Maybe he's got money.
Probably not as much as I do. And it's impossible, because if either of our fathers had money, she'd still be with one of them.
You got that right.
I wouldn't know. There was a stake through my heart that you put there.
Yeah, see?
Be thankful I don't put it back now that I know that you were married to my first husband before I was. However, Mother dear, you were at the wedding. When were you going to tell me about it?
Whose side are you on?
Well, you ain't on mine, that's for sure.
I figured it was a secret that Vlad and I would take to the grave.
Who?
To the grave every night, for crying out loud.
And that was where the secrets were kept.
Fortunately, he kept the family jewels there, too.
You know, Alexis, I think I'm going to have to send Ma to live with you.
Why would you do that?
Well, your favorite.
But I'm never around. I travel extensively. We wouldn't want her to get lonely now, would we?
She can travel with you. She could be your traveling companion. Oh, wouldn't that be lovely, Mother
But
Flame?
we move in such different circles.
Oh, so you're saying she's too common?
No, not at all. But we move in different circles.
Yes, I move counterclockwise and Alexis moves clockwise.
No, I hang out with the actual living.
She's always picking on me for being undead.
Me too.
Oh, geez, ladies, where the fuck did I get these teeth from?
Well,
Picking on you for being undead.
it was a lovely.
No, I pick on you for being a pain in the ass, and I pick on her for being an outdated pain in the ass.
Wow.
You too have an expiration date, darling. Don't forget that.
I too know how to edit. Gee, out of the three of us, who looks closest to expiring? Don't fuck with me, ladies.
Fine.
Come on, girls. Aren't there those days where sometimes you just don't feel terribly fresh?
A little vinegar and water always clears that up for me.
Oh, please, I can see your green mold from here, Tony.
You see how she talks to me, Ma?
Sometimes I feel like you deserve it.
I mean, seriously. I mean,
I am curious, Alexis.
yes, Mother.
How do you have the highest voice out of the three of us?
Yeah, how did she get that voice?
Well,
Why doesn't she have those?
considering there was a time when I had the deepest voice, I guess it was just my turn to shine.
She doesn't have those rich, velvety tones like we do.
That's right.
Yes.
No, I'm proud to say that I don't. Who the hell would want a voice that sounded like moth-eaten tapestry?
I felt it was more like Brenda Vaccaro.
Or maybe Beatrice Harper.
Brenda, I take from Tallulah.
Oh, you mean Miss Bankhead? Did you ever,
Yes, I do mean Miss Baggett.
did you ever hear the story about the snake bite?
I wrote the story of the snake bite.
You're the one who planted the snake in the bush.
Doctor says you're gonna die.
Not the snake bite story again. She's told it 20 times.
I'm
since I
sorry,
told that
darling.
freak out.
It sounded like you said, suck out all the poison. Betty, my darling, what did the doctor say I am to do? The doctor said, you're going to die. You know what Tallulah's problem was? That she wasn't traveling with Joan Crawford.
Oh, true.
We know all about these things, don't we?
Well, I'd like to hear gossip other than about my own sister.
Oh, who would you like to hear about?
Well, at least the gossip about Mother is entertaining. You know, Mother, I should send you a few new evening gowns. You really ought to get out of the crypt.
Well, it's very difficult when you can't go out in sunlight.
You can go out sometime during the evening.
Well, all the best parties are at night anyway, so who gives a fuck about sunlight?
Well, why don't you invite me to these parties, damn it?
Oh, see? Where's your invite,
I
Mom?
mean, the only good thing about being able to walk by day is I can go shopping in person.
Hmm.
Other than that, trust me, ladies, it's very overrated. Anyway, no, Mother, I'm talking about the parties throughout Europe. The parties that you've always gone to.
Yeah, when I
I
pulled the steak out, she said she was going to get us to like Dr. Frankenstein's and the Wolfman. And what happened? None of them ever returned your call, Ma.
honey, that's because they still live in the past, before there were telephones.
Hmm.
But that's just it, though. These things still go on. Certain parts of the realm, time doesn't exist. I mean, Mother, come look. I mean, look at yourself. You look as if you're dressed to go out for the evening as we speak.
Thank you, Alexis. See, that's how you're supposed to compliment
I
you.
mean, the look is dated, but it is still incredibly elegant.
Well, the only thing dated here is our hairstyles.
She called you dated, not me.
No, I call you
You're
Dusty.
carbon dated.
Bah. How could you?
Get a hacksaw, cut her arm off, count the rings. Oh, this is almost as much fun as when my co-hostess Toni Homeperm booked her sister.
Oh, Kitty Homeperm. I saw that episode. I liked her. Why can't you be more like her?
Because I am not a ditz.
Are we so sure?
Oh, Mother, how could you let her speak to you in such a manner?
She's lucky I don't put a stake through her heart.
I'd like to see you try.
I'll send you a Rolls Royce hearse if you do.
With silver trimmings.
And of course not, dear. Gold.
Well,
I mean, silver is just standard. You have to be a cut above. After all, you are Alexis Flame's mother.
Yeah.
that's what the doctors say.
What was she like as a kid, anyway? You never told me.
Same hair and makeup you see today.
Really?
Same hair and makeup. She literally sprang from my womb with the hair, the makeup, and the jewelry. My God, the jewelry.
You didn't think Elvira was the only one, did you?
I wouldn't have minded, but the rhinestone scraped my uterus.
Oh, my.
That's unfortunate. You were overdue for a DNC anyway, weren't you?
Thank you. By the way, my cesarean section smiles back at you.
Well,
Yeah.
it was only fitting since you delivered Caesar.
Well, it's true. Poor thing had the knives in his back before I could say thank you.
And let me guess, did you marry him before I did too?
Maybe.
Just...
Is there any man that you and I have not shared, daughter dear?
Oh, I don't know. There had to be a sexy Argentine with big shoulders somewhere.
Yeah.
I think I called him Uncle.
You wouldn't want to know what he called you.
Well, Uncle Paolo, wasn't it? That Argentinian ma?
I think it was Carlo.
We were there, backstage.
Speak for yourself.
I am.
She was talking about us, Tony. You didn't exist yet.
No, she did. She did. Oh, God, did she ever exist?
What was she, still in the larval stage?
I got left at home with Igor.
He was a fabulous servant to the family.
That explains a lot.
He was also a fabulous servant to you at one point, Alexis, dear, if the stories he's told me are true.
I sent him to run errands for me.
Yeah. He's the one who she sent to meet with the gypsies to get a bargaining price from me.
See, it all comes back full circle.
It all comes out. It all comes out.
Well, Igor was a gypsy. I thought he'd get the best price. Like I said, I had an emergency. I needed a babysitter. Obviously not. We got her back.
Yeah, for some reason they wouldn't keep me.
Probably the same reason we tried not keeping her.
Yeah.
Now.
Because
I love my daughter just as much. I love my daughter very much. I love the both of you so much. You're both my favorite. Just don't tell the third.
Third?
I've said too
Oh,
much.
that?
Third?
Oh, you didn't know we have a brother?
A brother?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Antonio Flame.
Yep.
He was a byproduct of the sexy Argentine with other shoulders.
Let's leave Mr. Villagers out of this, please.
Why, dear little sister, why do you look as if somebody passed gas on your favorite drug?
Well, I thought it was going to be bad enough that Will was going to be split 2 ways. Now it's going to be split 3?
Oh, honey, you could be the sole beneficiary. I have more money than I'll ever die again to spend.
Well, I thought I was getting it all anyway. So I have to share it?
Well, not with me. I don't need it. The question is, Mother, how much money do you actually have left?
Yes, Mother. How much do you actually have left?
Because I only staked you once. What about all the times Toni has staked you? Have you checked your account since then?
I never staked her. I might have just
No.
borrowed a few dollars out of her.
No, you just fed her enough drunks that she didn't get home until the sun was coming over the Alps.
Alexis, where are you keeping Anthony? Is he in your cast?
Antonio.
Is he in my what?
Your cask, of Amontillado?
No.
Is he balled up somewhere?
No.
In the
But
basement?
if you hear any odd sounds coming from deep within the castle, although you shouldn't because you're not in there, don't bother looking.
His heart is under the floorboard.
Oh. And I was going to vacuum.
It's my fault. When I was younger to her, I read Edgar Allan Poe.
Ugh.
Gave her so many damned ideas.
Those were the bedtime stories you read, huh? Edgar Allan Poe?
That's right.
Well, I did marry him.
Asked!
I did marry him, too.
Ugh.
I never had him.
Along with Harold Robbins.
I never married him either.
What about Agatha Christie? Oh, you have it.
No, dear little sister, I never picked up any of your empties. But, sweetie, I was cleaning.
There isn't an ashtray around here. I might as well use your brooms.
Put it on the floor.
That's how we get burn marks. You godless heathen.
You raised me to be a godless heathen. What are you talking about?
We drink the blood of the living. What no
And?
God.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Well, when was the last time you had any virgin blood?
Ha! Please. Here in the Carpathians? Forget about it.
A virgin man? That would be an ugly 8th grader.
Yeah, pretty much. You have to throw them back.
Oh, Mother's not amused.
No, she's not. She's kind of a stick in the mud, Alexis.
I'll have you know I once played Mother Cabrini. During Lent.
During Lent.
A stick in the mud, my metatarsal arch.
Mm. When I was a child, I
until
used to pretend I had an imaginary mother.
Mm-hmm.
And
I had a whole imaginary family, an imaginary
and who
mother,
was your imaginary
imaginary
mother,
sister.
Tony?
I had to make up a whole imaginary family.
Who was your imaginary mother, Tony?
Oh, Joan Crawford. What? She liked to keep a clean house. You know, and she was always serving those nice rare steaks.
I was a good mother to you both.
Like I said, mother is only half a word. We'll just say there were times when you weren't bad company.
Mm.
But your actual maternal instinct, dear mother, left alone.
What maternal instincts?
What would you know about maternal instincts? All you have is animal instincts.
Yeah, well, I was smart.
Sometimes you think like an animal.
I didn't reproduce. Do you know how many kids she has?
Alexis, you've reproduced?
Yes.
No, that's one way to say.
She made you a grandmother.
Why would you do something so horrible to me?
Mm-hmm.
I was bored.
Yeah. Well, you know.
And besides, should you ever meet any of them, they've been instructed to never call you grandmother. They're to call you mother's mother.
Mother's mother. Oh, how sweet. Actually, the one grandkid isn't Calvin. He's pretty easy on the eyes.
And I can tell you why I had the children, because I wasn't always able to walk by day. Somebody had to guard my crypt.
Mm. Yeah.
And who the hell wants to clean up after werewolves?
And she certainly didn't trust me for that job.
I wouldn't trust you with my rock garden.
I wouldn't trust her with a fucking hornet's nest.
I would.
But, sweetie.
You keep on singing that. What is that tune you're singing, Alexis?
Well, you know how we've been known to jump in and out of various bodies over the centuries.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you don't remember, considering you once inhabited the form of a very popular movie and Broadway actress.
Ish kabibble?
I'm going to put a hole in my tongue that's going to take 10 years to heal.
Don't bite it, then.
She needs to not give me a reason to.
Well, you know, you could always wrap chains around the coffin.
Did that work for you?
I never wrapped chains around it. I simply tried to set it on fire.
How did that work out for you? I'm still here.
But look at you.
Still a little ashy behind the ears.
Oh, which reminds me, dear little sister.
Yeah.
How did that anti-wrinkle cream I sent you work out for you?
Oh, you mean the one that the first ingredient was sulfuric acid? That wrinkle cream?
You see a wrinkle on my face? Not a blemish, not a pore. You obviously didn't follow the directions.
I'm sure.
Oh, but wait a minute. Now that I recall, you never did take direction very well, did you, dear?
No, I did not.
Well, and that's why.
Which is why you, Alexis, are still here.
Yes.
I'm still here too, Ma.
You're still here because every time I was going to do you in for good, I felt badly for you.
Ah, Alexis, that's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. Actually,
Probably.
I think that's the only nice thing she's ever said to me.
That could be true.
No, that is true.
See, she would know.
Oh, well.
My personal favorite was every time, the two of you would get into a quarrel, I would hear, "Mommy, Alexis is hitting me with the baseball bat again." And then I would lovingly say, "That
Well, if I could find the lead pipe, I wouldn't have had to use the baseball bat.
See, that's what I said.
But Mother always had the lead pipe. Something to do with Colonel Mustard in the study, I believe it was.
Ruining all of my surprises.
Mother dear, it was no surprise.
Maybe to you it wasn't.
None at all.
Well,
It came as no surprise. So, Toni, other than causing me to buy things that I didn't need, such as publishing houses and television stations, what else have you been up to? Other than my broken down, worthless, useless, penniless ex-husband.
Well, for your information, I'm going to be launching a brand new music single next month.
Really?
Yes.
On what record label?
Inferno Records.
Uh-huh. You know Inferno Records is owned by Inferno Publishing. You remember Inferno Publishing, don't you, dear?
Yeah, your book company.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
were you always this dense?
Yes, Mother, she was.
Speaking of which, I haven't got...
Who are you calling a witch?
You, dear. We all three of us are.
Well,
I have not gotten a single Happy Mother's Day from either of you.
Happy
not
Mother's
Mother's
Day.
Day yet.
It is Mother's Day.
Oh, it is?
Yes,
Happy
it is.
fucking Mother's Day.
Yeah. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy half a word day.
Yes, happy
I wonder what the other half of that word is, little one.
I don't remember.
Mm.
Probably gift certificate for Mother to go shopping with. Fucker!
I have to say, it is truly so nice to see both of my daughters looking so beautiful. They've spent so much time trying to find my face.
Your face?
No, it's rumored that the fountain of youth dried out.
Yes, after you got a hold of it.
Yeah. I think she drained it dry.
At least it worked for me.
Mm-hmm.
And no, I didn't do the fountain of youth. I took potion.
Yeah.
Next time you meet her, do me a favor and push her down a flight of stairs.
Oh, maybe she isn't your favorite anymore, Ma.
She's always
My
my
ass! I can see my ass.
Well, Meryl Streep is one of my favorite actresses.
That's not the one you inhabited.
Well, I thank you both so much for finally wishing me a happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day.
That's it.
Actually, Mother, maybe you should come and stay with me.
Oh.
Are you going to make me a cup of tea?
Why on earth would I want to relax you? Although, I might send some to my sister.
I gave up tea.
Really? I got a whole bunch of tea on you, girl.
We'll just keep that between arsenic and Old Face.
Well, arsenic at least.
Yeah, I got some arsenic for you, Ma.
And I have Old Face for you.
Yeah, you already gave it to her.
And you know, it's the darndest thing. Of the two of us, you're the one who looks more like me than I do.
No, I just look how you envision yourself to look. Young.
Well.
Yeah. Exactly how old are you, Mother Flame? She never told us exactly how old she was.
Because you didn't need to know.
Well,
I don't even know how old I am. I think she lied about how our age. So
You
she
want
would
to know
seem
how old
younger.
you are? We'll cut you in half and count the rings.
well, let's see. I catered the Last Supper and provided the hookers for the after party.
Mm.
No, you came around sometime after Christ.
I was there for the Big Bang. It was the Big Bang.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Well, now I know where I came from.
Yeah.
And how?
Oh, larger than life is just the right size.
Yes, and don't you forget it.
Ever.
I'm about a 38 triple D.
Actually, you know what? Hang on.
You need to tell me your surgeon's name, Alexis. I could use a lift.
You could use an overhaul.
Shut up. Remember, she's your favorite ma. Can't say it.
You know what, Tony?
Yes, Alexis.
I've also got the tits to stand up to the old bat.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
You did hear that, right, Mother?
No, I didn't.
After I said at least I have the tits to stand up to the old bat, meaning you.
You're the old bat.
I said that.
Yes. Just reinforcing it.
You know, it takes a signed, limited edition, numbered, and highly collectible type of stupid to think they're plotting someone else's demise when all they're doing is filling their own grave with cement.
I don't know what she means.
I know.
It's a good thing you're pretty.
I know.
Oh, it's such a good thing you're pretty.
Yeah, pretty old. Pretty dusty.
I'll tell you, men throw themselves at me.
Pretty abundant with split ends, I see, too.
My hair is beautifully coiffed. It was done by the wig wizard when I dropped by to pick up this jacket and jewelry.
Oh, in other words, she also stole one of Toni Homeperm's wigs between backcombs.
Shh.
Now, let me see, while we're on the subject of my, well, I think I'm running out of tape.
She's like the bionic woman. She's got bionic boobs.
She should be so lucky.
Jesus Christ on a cracker.
He wasn't on a cracker with me. He was on a crucifix.
Oh, mother.
Yeah, I shudder to think what she's used the wood for afterwards. Oh, damn. That can't be right.
Feeling a little deflated, are we, Alexis?
49G. For goddamn, those are big titties.
Everything was always a competition with her.
Always.
No, Mother. Everything was always a competition with your youngest daughter. I didn't have any competition.
Are you saying you're without equal, darling?
If we're talking about your other offspring, yes.
All right. I already know how fabulous I am.
Well, I'm sorry, dear, but I just know of myself, this one and the boy. But out of all your offspring, how many of us are successful? Out of all of your offspring, how many of us actually look immortal?
Did I say there was going to be a question and answer period after I spoke?
Oh, well, you have to pay attention, dear. There's always a quiz.
There's always a quiz, Mother Flame.
Yes, I know. I wrote the damn quiz.
Mm.
It's my fault.
Mm-hmm.
I treated them kindly as children.
Kindly. Ah!
Yeah, what?
I was a model mother to the both of you.
Yeah.
Even
She
Alexis
was out modeling for
Yeah.
Rembrandt, Da Vinci.
Michelangelo.
Yeah, he did like them plump.
Oh no, that was Rubens she modeled for.
Oh yes, the Rubens. Yeah, Alexis and I got a real kick out of that one.
She's thinking of Paul Rubens. So, I showed you the gifts that I have procured for you, Mother. You really must come visit New York.
Yes,
Toni,
go visit.
what did you get our mother for Mother's Day?
I made her that delicious dish. Yeah. See? It's her favorite. Brains.
She's a vampire, not a zombie, you idiot.
Well, she could, squeeze the juice out.
All it needs is some oregano and maybe a tab,
There
and
you
I'll be
go.
fine.
Yeah, no garlic.
How much blood actually flows to the
God.
brain? The heart would have been a better choice.
Wow.
But you never pay attention, Toni. Common sense
All it needs is some paprika.
and a hefty bag.
Now, let's not refer to your father that way.
If you're not going to eat it, I'll just give it to Vlad.
Will you do that?
Bone apple teeth.
That's the thanks I get.
Now, Mother, you are being...
Slaving all day over a hot cadaver.
Was he home?
No.
Wait. Say that again, Toni. You were slaving all day over what?
A hot
A
cadaver.
hot cadaver.
Now, does anyone remember Vampirism 101? What do we never drink from?
Oh, a hot cadaver. I always mess that
You
one up.
should be so proud of yourself for ovulating, Mother.
Yeah, real fucking grateful.
I wonder if I can book Toni Homeperm on this show.
Yeah, why don't you?
I don't know. She always struck me as someone that was too empty-headed.
Definitely. A real
Or MSG.
a real ditz.
Look who's calling the vase Ming.
Oh, actually, you know what? Now I'm thinking English muffin pizzas. But I don't have English muffins.
Oh,
I do have bagels, though. Pizza bagels!
pizza.
We're going to eat Toni Homeperm now anyway.
Oh, yes. Put her on the menu.
Now, dear, if I told you once, I told you a million times.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not firing her. Actually, it'd be funny if I did, because in reality, I work for her. But all the same, but she and I have a chemistry that you and I do not. It's a shame that she's been much more of a sister to me than you have ever been.
Chemistry. Like vinegar and water. On a summer's eve.
Yeah, you should try it sometime. I believe Vlad mentioned that also.
Goes great with a gin and tonic.
Ma.
Dr.
Anything
Pepper
goes
would
great with
remind
gin
you
and
that.
tonic for you.
Mother dear, why don't you make your daughter a nice cup of tea? It should relax her.
I told you I gave up tea.
I threw out the cyanide. It expired. That was the last nice Mother's Day gift you ever gave me.
I could keep the brooch.
I can keep the... Oh, I can't.
That's what I thought, dear. Back got your tongue. Anyway. I know. God will get me for that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well. Would you believe me if I said I felt badly?
No.
That I'm not going to waste good bullshit.
Why not? It makes for such great fertilizer.
Well, you married Vlad first, didn't you, Ma? You should know.
You got me there. I can't argue with you on that.
I thought they were giving each other funny looks.
Yeah, well, that's why, you know what? Well, one of us should have at least learned to compost.
Mm.
Yeah. So, tune in to the next episode of Horror Diva, when my next guest shall be, hopefully, someone I'm not fucking related to.
You should be so lucky.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, right? Well, everybody, I'd like to thank you for joining us this evening. And we basically did have a good time just clowning around. And I would just like to say, on behalf of the ladies, Tom, Catt, Toni Homeperm, or should I say Toni Flame, and myself, wishing you a very happy Mother's Day. And you never know how much time you have left. So call Mom and say I love you. Even if you're lying.
Very true.
Oh, you shut up, you have. No, but once again, thank you so much for joining us. And look forward to seeing these two again at some point. But until then, this is the naughty Alexis Flame, the Horror Diva, saying, naughty nightmares.
Laugh.
Haha.
It was Hervé Villachez, damn it.
Fuck you both. I can't. That was so fucking wrong. That was so fucking wrong. Hervé fucking Villachez. I'm done. That concludes this episode. That was just crackle fucked, okay? See, once we mentioned Kitty Homeperm, it was only a matter of moments.
I'll have you know, I'm a member of Mensa.
You're a member of Menstrual.
I mean, last I checked.
You know there's going to be a blooper reel.
Honey, this whole thing is a blooper reel. We don't have a Mother's Day special. We have a kick-ass blooper reel.
We'll say this with a blooper reel, actually. Alexis, do you know what I was originally going to wear?
What?
I was originally going to wear this makeup, this jewelry, and a nun's habit.
Yes, I'm aware of that. You told me.
I know.
To which I would have reached through the computer and strangled the fuck out of you.
They'll love it regardless. You know why they'll love it? Because your mother's here.
Yes.
I've written a letter to Daddy. His address is heaven above.
Didn't you love her rendition? Whatever happened to Baby Jane?
Oh, God.
She could dance. She couldn't sing.
Whatever happened to Baby Jane? She could dance, she could sing, make the big theater ring. Jane could do most anything.
happened to Baby Jane?
In-
Don't worry. Oh, God, Teresa Brewer.
Oh, Teresa Brewer.
Put another nickel in the Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon.
All
All
I
I
want
want
is
is
loving
you and music, music, music.
Closer, my dear, come closer.
My God, you both are showing your age.
Oh, I have one for you, Alexis.
Wow.
I'm a little bit country. I'm a little bit rock and roll. With a little bit of Motown in my soul. Oh, that one.
Freedom rider.
She didn't care if the whole world knew.
Joan of Arc with the Lord to guide her. She was a sister who really could. Here's a daughter with the first prophet.
When the country was falling apart, Betsy Ross got it all sold up.
And then there's Maud. And then there's Maud. And then there's Maud. That uncompromising, enterprising.
Anything but tranquilizing right on, Maud. I just had to.
Oh, that Bea Arthur. I never could stand her. So annoying. Oh, and she never
Well, you
shut up.
know, I'm acquainted with this gentleman named Tom Catt who impersonates Bea Arthur, and I would swear if that bitch left behind a voice-activated vault, Tom Catt could open it.
That's a thing? Impersonating Bea Arthur? You gotta be kidding me.
Trust me, there are worse things.
Yes, like impersonating Toni Homeperm.
No one would do that.
Who the hell is Toni
Who the
Homeperm?
hell is she?
No one knows.
That's okay. Once I was told Tony Fields once wanted to know who the hell is Alexis Flame. Fucking bitch. How rude.
She really didn't know who you were, and she was fascinated by you.
Well, you know what? There was common ground. I didn't know who the fuck Tony Fields was.
Oh, leave
Absolutely.
her and her leg alone.
Yes.
Oh, please, I would have beaten her with that leg. You
I'm
would
sorry that the voice wasn't to your liking, though. That's why I sort of put it in this transatlantic area. Sort of like a combination of
the Titanic was a transatlantic voyage. We saw what
Look what happened to that.
Well,
I don't know. Same thing that happened to your marriage with Vlad. Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't marry him.
just know I survived the Titanic.
I thought you were the iceberg.
God will get you for that, Tony.
But in certain bars in New York City that weren't having shows on a particular night. One of those drag queens was Divide. The other one was some old bitch named Alexis Flame.
Never heard of her.
Neither have I.
Who's she?
Somebody well, from what I understand, she's an old bitch that looks remarkably young for her age.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, shit happens. Because you know what? I got these big ass fucking shoulders. I mean, I'm still a
Isn't
man.
it something how modest she becomes when we talk about how thin she's getting?
I know. Don't you just hate her?
Excuse me. What was that word you just used?
Hate?
Modest?
No, in the same sentence as used with my name. Why don't you just walk out into the dawn? Why don't you?
I'm just saying. I don't mind humbling you.
We need to send her some
Coming from the old bat with Nerf ball titties.
That's right. Don't forget it. Firm like a rock and nothing moves.
They're pretty hard, Jeez.
Death becomes a. Do you even hear what I'm saying? You know, you're just standing there with your 22-year-old skin and your tits like rocks.
And you laugh at me.
And it's so rude, too.
So rude.
And they do it right before dawn.
They always pick the worst time to storm.
Well, see, that's why you have to have several sub-basements.
Mm.
They're called catacombs, dear.
Yes.
I live in New York.
Okay, the subway system then, fine.
I got nothing. Anyway. God, sweetie. That's unfortunate.
Well,
Oh, you do? Oh, do you? Hold on. You remember you said that. You enjoy. Do you really? Okay. What was that, Tony?
I said if the Donna Party had to choose between listening to that and eating themselves, they still would have ate themselves.
wow. Wow, that's so mean. That's so mean.
It's so accurate.
And that's all there is for Thursday night.
And that's that. You know what? We all gotta believe in something.
True.
I believe I shall have another slug of Jack Daniels.
I believe in Joe Pesci.
I believe I can fly.
I believe you ate
in
the.
life after love.
I do.
I believe you ate the whole thing.
I can't believe I ate the whole thing.
I can't believe it's not butter.
Wow, I could have had a V8.
Punk.
Take human bites.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Why? I bite humans as often as I can.
Da-da-da-da-da.
That's all.